I once got into a lift with former 400-meter hurdle Olympic champion Ed Moses, Rick Astley, and 1996 world champion Damon Hill at a Christina Aguilera concert in Kuala Lumpur.
He kind of smiled about it at the weekend and said, it's a lot of points, but never say never. And I like that.
The racing driver equivalent of putting a circle on your tummy and patting your head, you know.
Greetings, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the latest episode of the F1 show, sponsored, as always, by Audi. Now, before we get started today, I want to pay a tribute to the best of them all. Is there anything quite like the Azerbaijani national anthem?
Well, it certainly got us pumped. It got us pumped, didn't it, Simon? You were pumped for the start. I was pumped for the start. I was more pumped about Isaac Hadjar's hydraulic problem because I'm sad. But it was a rousing beginning to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And if we came away from anything from the weekend, apart from saying expect the unexpected probably too many times, it was that, there are a few grids with better pumped up national anthems. And didn't those kids do well belting out the anthem? They were well.
That's what I was going to say, Jamie, you and I, Jamie Chadwick, by the way, is live in Japan right now. What do we say to that? What's hello?
Good evening. Konbanwa, Jamie. It's 6 p.m. as we're recording it.
Konbanwa.
Konbanwa. Jamie and I were at the front with Ant, that little boy in front of George and Lando, just belting it out. That they were trying not to laugh, a few of them, because he was so committed to it.
He was so committed. It's all I heard. I saw other people singing, but I could see that the voice didn't match the people that I was seeing sing from the front of the grid. And then afterwards I saw the videos, and yeah, I like the anthem though. It's to the point. It says what it is on the tin. I'm here for it.
Yeah, you knew you were in Azerbaijan at the end of the Azerbaijani national anthem. That's a great place, actually. It's right now in my top 5, Ted, places to go on the calendar. Would you be agreeing with on that one? I mean, it's up there almost. It's like a mini Budapest for me.
What I was interested in, and always am when I go to Azerbaijan, first of all, it's got a lovely old town. We did make it there one night for a kebab, which was nice. And the Maiden's Tower, of course, from 1083 or whenever it's from. And what impressed me was that I know this sounds weird, but it's kind of in the middle of the world. I mean, if you take sort of San Francisco and Tokyo as extremes, obviously either side of the Pacific Ocean, then in the middle of it is either it's just above Dubai, which is sort of also in the middle of the world, which of course is why Dubai, it's so easy to get to. So I thought the spread of nationalities from visitors in Azerbaijan was amazing. We had people come from the States. They can go direct to Istanbul and then just one hop to Azerbaijan from the Far East, from Africa, from other parts of Asia. It's amazing. Very international crowd, wasn't it?
Eurasia, isn't it? I mean, is it? Or was it Asia? I can't remember. Anyway, either way, it was a good weekend, and it was particularly unbelievable. Let's get into it. Qualifying Saturday. Can we remember one like that? 6 red flags and the wind gusting around. And as people were saying, it's the 20 best drivers in the world, Jamie, and yet most of them getting caught out, apart from the best of the best being Max and a few others. But when you see that level of just drivers going towards left, right, and centre, it shows you just how tricky it was.
I think that's when I enjoy it the most. I kind of reference this a lot, but it's like when you watch professional golf and you see someone shank it into the woods or something. It's quite nice because you realise that they are the 20 best drivers in the world, but they are also human. So I really enjoyed that session. I mean, the conditions, if you weren't there, were crazy. The wind, I think we talk about how windy it is, and just obviously that in itself, but the effect that was having on the F1 cars, particularly in Baku, with the nature of the track being.
Everything needs to go perfectly. Verstappen on his title chances after back-to-back wins. Max Verstappen has been reflecting on his championship prospects off the back of an upswing in competitiveness for Red Bull. Max Verstappen has cautioned that everything needs to go perfectly for him if he hopes to close the gap in the championship and bid for the title, despite the Dutchman bolstering his points tally after scoring back-to-back wins in Italy and Azerbaijan, while McLaren faced a challenging weekend in Baku, which saw championship leader Oscar Piastri crash out of the race on lap 1, while Lando Norris had to settle for P7. Verstappen enjoyed a dominant outing, converting pole position into a commanding victory. During a chat with Sky Sports F1 after the Grand Prix, Verstappen was asked if the new floor recently introduced on Red Bull's car has had a particular impact on their performance level over these past weekends. "I think it's just a combination of a lot of things that are going better in the last few weeks, so we understood a bit more about the car," the reigning world champion explained. "Of course it's 2 low downforce tracks, so we have to wait and see how we are going to perform again on a high downforce track, but for now we're just very happy with what we're doing, and then we'll just find out at the upcoming races how that will go on other kinds of layouts." With 7 rounds remaining in the 2025 season, Verstappen's run of wins has seen him close the gap to Piastri down to 69 points, while he tails second-placed Norris by 44 points. When quizzed on whether he still sees opportunities to make gains should McLaren have further difficult weekends, Verstappen responded, "It's 7 races to go and it's still 69 points. It's a lot. Basically everything needs to go perfectly from my side, and then a bit of luck from their side I need as well, so it's still very tough." Speaking further on the topic in Sunday's post-race press conference, the 27-year-old reiterated that he is taking each event as it comes. Asked if Red Bull's recent increase in competitiveness had given him hope that the title could still be within reach, Verstappen answered, "I mean, I don't rely on hope. I personally don't think about it. I just go race by race, what I have been doing basically the whole season, just trying to do the best we can, try to score the most points that we can. And then after Abu Dhabi, we'll know." 6-time IndyCar race winner, James Hinchcliffe, and F1 TV's lead presenter, Laura Winter, joined Tom Clarkson in the Baku paddock to dissect a chaotic Azerbaijan Grand Prix weekend on the latest episode of F1 Nation. Max Verstappen's 4th win of the season means he's now 69 points behind championship leader Oscar Piastri. With 7 races and 3 sprints left, is the 4-time world champion back in the title fight? Red Bull technical director Pierre Watch shares his thoughts and explains how the team have transformed their performance since the summer break, with Piastri crashing out on lap 1 and Lando Norris only finishing P7. How big a missed opportunity was this weekend for Norris to close the gap to his title rival? And was McLaren's difficult weekend a hangover from their team orders in Monza? You'll also hear a reaction from a very happy Carlos Sainz, after he scored his first podium for Williams with a perfectly executed race to P3. Tom, Laura, and Hinch also discuss a much better weekend for Mercedes duo George Russell and Kimi Antonelli, a very important battle between Liam Lawson and Yuki Tsunoda, and if Lewis Hamilton is starting to find his groove, despite a weekend to forget for Ferrari. Everything needs to go perfectly. Verstappen on his title chances after back-to-back wins. Max Verstappen has been reflecting on his championship prospects off the back of an upswing in competitiveness for Red Bull. Max Verstappen has cautioned that everything needs to go perfectly for him if he hopes to close the gap in the championship and bid for the title, despite the Dutchman bolstering his points tally after scoring back-to-back wins in Italy and Azerbaijan, while McLaren faced a challenging weekend in Baku, which saw championship leader Oscar Piastri crash out of the race on lap 1, while Lando Norris had to settle for P7. Verstappen enjoyed a dominant outing, converting pole position into a commanding victory. During a chat with Sky Sports F1 after the Grand Prix, Verstappen was asked if the new floor recently introduced on Red Bull's car has had a particular impact on their performance level over these past weekends. "I think it's just a combination of a lot of things that are going better in the last few weeks, so we understood a bit more about the car," the reigning world champion explained. "Of course it's 2 low downforce tracks, so we have to wait and see how we are going to perform again on a high downforce track, but for now we're just very happy with what we're doing, and then we'll just find out at the upcoming races how that will go on other kinds of